gosh. Well, in 1966, the Beatles were the rage. My aunt and uncle saw them. Everybody was screaming so much you couldn't even hear. So when they came to Seattle, I imagine it was a huge deal. I imagine that the whole city was excited to embrace them like we still are today when a big act comes in, how our city embraces them. I think it was, monumental, and probably for a lot of people it was maybe their first concert, or for a lot of people who all of the young girls who loved the Beatles were probably beside themselves coming out to support them and trying to catch a glimpse of them or go to the concert. I imagine the whole city was just lit up over that. Oh my gosh. Well, the Beatles were just groundbreaking in everything that they did. I was a huge Beatles fan, especially in my college years when I found I had a cassette tape and my neighbor gave it to me. One side was Abbey Road, one side was Sgt. Pepper's. So it was Here Comes the Sun that lured me in when he was listening in the basement. And I went, what in the world is this? And then after that, it was the White Album and the Revolution and some of the old stuff, the simplicity of it, like the simple message of I want to hold your hand, just so simple. And then when it got more complex, and I became a huge John Lennon fan, and his Imagine album and the song he wrote about his son, and oh my gosh, I read all the Playboy interviews he did with Yoko Ono and just followed all of that. So the Beatles have been a monumental influence in my music, both musicality and the chord progressions that I choose, just that love and passion for life that the Beatles have, capturing these majestic moments and turning them to song where your heart just kind of goes, where it slays. I could go on and on. Is that good?